So you want to know who I am? Who am I? Well, I won't tell you my name. I'll just tell you this. When I was young, I was different. Not better, not special, not special needs, just different. I was aware. I was too aware, actually. And I could feel things that, you know, people weren't saying, that I could sometimes read emotions before people would know what they were feeling or understood what they didn't. I was too young to even explain it to anyone, but I felt, you know, like I'd been dropped into a world that I didn't quite belong to. I was alien, like I was watching life instead of just living it. All the adults around me, at school, well, I didn't really care. I still scored off the charts, but I didn't care. In the Navy, well, I took that test. That's under major anxiety and stress, and I scored a 98. The ASVAB, they looked at me and they said, "Well, you can do anything you want to do." But that was a moment I realized that this world rewards intelligence. I'm like, but I didn't understand. I wanted to understand awareness more so. So at age of 22, two men in suits locked me in a stateroom on the USS Theodore Roosevelt in the middle of the ocean and offered me a life-changing event that most people would chase. The CIA. I turned it down. They were offering me a lot of money, and everything changed after that. I was promoted, and then I was let go early, and I started seeing things differently. I think I saw behind the curtain. I realized how this world functioned, and how things actually work, and who runs the country, who runs the world. And I saw things that most people never do, never will. But being smart, it's not the same as being free. I gained intelligence, but I wasn't free. I could have joined Mensa, but I didn't. Honestly, I didn't really want the labels. I didn't want to be a part of groups, or I didn't really want to be owned by ideas. I wanted to feel. You know, that didn't answer the question. Thinking about stuff didn't answer the question. I want to know how people feel. How do you feel? How do you feel? Because I've seen brilliant people succeed. And they were disconnected. They were completely disconnected from society. I mean, high IQ, low emotional truth. And so I didn't want to be like that. I kind of wanted both. And that's where I am now. The intelligence doesn't go away, but learning how to express yourself is what gives you longevity, I think. And then, because think about this: when you suppress your emotions, when you suppress your feelings, you stuff yourself for somebody else, or you avoid feeling something and afraid of hurting somebody else's feelings. Well, guess what? I believe that suppression, that energy, I think it's all energy. It causes pain, it causes aches, it causes ailments, it causes sickness, cancers, defeat. It you have to stop. We have to learn how to express ourselves so that we don't keep the shit bottled up inside. So that's who I am. I'm the guy on a mission to help you learn how to feel, so that you're not stuck where you are right now. That you look beyond this a year from now, 6 months from now, and you will realize that you woke up like I did. Because honestly, I'm a small town kid from Kansas. I grew up with nothing. My father was, abusive, and I grew up in a crazy, anxiety-ridden household where I fought for my life every single day. But it taught me something. It taught me how to survive, and it taught me how to be a better person. And like I said, when I was young, I would see these my parents and other people fighting and arguing, and I would see a bigger picture and just go, why? If only that man or only that woman could express what they really feel instead of calling each other's names like jackass and asshole and fucker, and tell them to fuck off, and all of these things that are not emotions. It's a lack of emotion. It's a lack of understanding the true self. You see, you could study whatever religion you want, any culture you want. And when you get to the top levels of the wise men, the shamans, the sheiks, the prophets, the Buddhists, you realize there's peace and calmness and awareness. That when you understand the emotion, you don't have to get angry. You don't have to get upset. You don't have to throw things or be violent. You learn how to process so that you don't react. You respond. A respond takes a thought, takes a moment. So if you're in a place, if you're in an abusive relationship, if you're in a place where you're unhappy with you, because this has nothing to do with anyone else. Everything that led up to this moment is your past, it's your history, it's what brought you to this moment, and here you are. So now's your time to change it, your time to move it, switch it, fix it, make it better. I did. I wanted to feel. I wanted to express, because just having that power, man, it's a great power. Having that power is just, it enlightens you in such a way that it gives you such a gift, so that when you are alone with yourself, and you will be, that you know how to handle yourself. Because that's the truth of all of this. My coaching is based on self. It's not based on group therapy. It's not based on we all fall into a pattern. It's all individualistic. So you're an individual. So your coaching with me is going to be different than that person down the road. We're all different. And I'm going to approach each and every one of you differently, because you all have different needs. So hit me up, DM me. My link is in the bio for coaching, doing one-on-ones with me. Download my free ebook. It's all there. The link's right here, The link's right here. And, let's make a change together. Learn the codes. Man Code Inc. Here we go.